Good shit. Good shit. Hello and welcome to my Dark Souls 3 Mage PvP character. This guy's a lot of fun. And the reason why I made this was because I really like the PvP. At the end of Pontiff Sullivan, there's this little battle arena where you can summon people in, or you can put your signs down. There's always signs, and people just duke it out in this area. And I've made a lot of different characters, a lot of fun characters. I like putting things that people normally don't see together. And one of the things that I noticed while doing all of my fights was that magicians are just really bad, honestly. Like, the skills are really easy to dodge, and if they do hit you, it doesn't do too much damage, and a lot of people don't know how to do it correctly. So I wanted to make myself a mage character just to kind of see if I was able to do it. And yeah, then this guy came out, and it works really well. I also wanted to pair it with something that people don't see every day as far as a weapon, and I will get into that. So the first thing we'll go over is the spec of this character and why I did certain things. Let's open that up. As you can see here on the right, I'm level 85. I like staying within the 75 to 100 range just because that's my favorite, area to fight. My vigor I went to 20 because, I don't want to die too instantly, but that's pretty much what this character does. If I get hit, I take a lot of damage. So just at least 20 vigor just to keep my health kind of up. Attunement at 25 because I don't have any rings that are going to give me extra attunement slots, and I wanted at least 4 skills to be able to play around with. Endurance is at 10 because honestly I'm a mage and I need my points somewhere else. And stamina is not one of them, so my endurance is all the way down. Same with vitality. I'll explain my gear in a second, but I basically don't need vitality at all. My strength is also at 13 because of the weapon I'm using, which is the Crystal Onakiri Nubadachi, but we'll get back to that in a second. Dexterity at 25, once again for this weapon. My intelligence is at 55. I've learned that with magicians, your magic needs to be super high in order for you to do any damage whatsoever. So I pretty much invested all of my stats into intelligence, and then nothing in the faith and luck. So moving on to my gear, I have the Crystal Onakiri Nubadachi, and I found out that making this weapon crystal, as you can see, scales an S in intellect. The Onakiri Nubadachi only scale an S when you make it lightning for faith and then crystal for intelligence. It's really weird, but it doesn't scale an S in anything else. You would think it would scale an S in dex, or, if you make it a strength weapon, maybe strength. No. The only thing it scales well in is intellect for crystal and faith for lightning. And I use this weapon because not a lot of magicians are going to use this weapon, and if you're casting spells at someone, no one's going to expect to see you pull out the Onakiri and finish them off with, its weapon art or a quick little poke. So I decided to go Crystal Onakiri Nubadachi, scales an S, and I've got 55 intelligence, so theoretically it should do a lot of damage. It does. My next is the Scholar's Candlestick. As you can see, I can't even use it. It takes 16 faith, so then why am I even using it? Unable to use. However, as you can read right here, this served as a guiding light as well as a tool of self-restraint. Even today, wielders of this weapon benefit from the resulting sorcery strengthening properties, which, in short, it gives you 12.5% increased magic attack. It doesn't matter if you can use it or not. As long as you're holding on to it, kind of like I am now, all of your sorceries get buffed by 12.5%. I'm not going to use a shield because I'm just going to die in one hit anyways, so why not just hold a weapon that doesn't do anything? because it's going to give me 12.5%. I mean, come on, that's priceless. So I hold on to that as my quote-unquote main hand. I'm also using the Court Sorcerer staff plus 10. There's another staff that does better at 55 intelligence, but that's only while you have the buff. And because of how I play, I'm not constantly having my buff up, so it's just better to have the Court Sorcerer staff just for the overall higher damage. Next, I'm using the Crown of Dusk because I'm trying to do as much magic damage as possible to try and, you know, one-shot people or two-shot people. Also, I don't have that much vigor, and I don't have the best gear, so I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. So I might as well take an additional 30% magic damage just to be able to stack a little more damage on my end. And the crown gives you 10% increased damage. So far I'm at the candlestick, which gives me 12.5%, and the Crown of Dusk, which gives me 10% increase. So right now I'm at, you know, 22.5% increased magic damage. The rest of my gear is just a mix of things, just because I've only got 10 vigor, so I'm trying to just put whatever on. You can do Fashion Souls and put on whatever you want, really. You just want to stay under the whole 70% fat roll ordeal. Moving on to my rings, the Young Dragon Crest ring, which gives you another 12%. The Bellowing Dragon Crest ring, which gives you another 20%. And then the Magic Clutch ring, which gives you another 15% in exchange for 10% physical damage. Once again, I'm already taking a ton of damage. If I get hit with a monster weapon, I'm gonna die in one hit anyways. So I might as well trade more damage for more damage. So I'm rocking that too. Magic Clutch ring mixed with the Crown Dusk ring, I'm taking a lot of damage, but hey, who cares? Next is the Sage ring, which basically gives you 30 invisible dex. And dex shortens your cast time for your sorceries in this game. So mixed with my Onakiri, which I need 25 dex, and the Sage ring, which technically gives me 30 dex, I'm at an invisible 50 dex, which is the maxed out cast time for sorceries. So now I'm casting sorceries as quickly as I possibly can, mixed with the Sage ring and the Onakiri. I'm using Homing Crystal Soul Mask because it's the best. Crystal Soul Spear, Pharaon Hail, and then Great Pharaon Dart. And the main thing is using Soul Mass, and then as the Soul Mass is shooting, hitting them with a Soul Spear and one-shotting them. So let's get into it. Hello? What up? What up? I like the dancer gear. It's cute. I like it. Good night. Good fight. Good fight. Yeah. Right. That Dex ring though. That Dex ring. That slow weapon though. What the fuck? Good night though. Yeah. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that girl.
should have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there, well, out there, yeah, I was out of time. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? I'm so pleased. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? I'm so pleased. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My little bad heart to the light I all I remember is thinking I wanna be like you. Ever since I was little, it's like mine. And there's no coincidence I come. And I can die when I'm gone. Baby, I'm crazy. Baby, you're crazy. Baby, we're crazy.
This new booty, get it together and bring it back to me. Hit the Players Club for about a month or two. Put a tan on it, then see what it do. I found you.